Hey guys, that's Savytechgirl here for episode number 13 of Savytechgirl live week technical update. Sorry guys, I just had a little bit of a technical issue there. We do not have streaming Wend with us this morning, and my dog's barking in the background. But today we are going to be talking Kodi, so hopefully we get some people stop by for the show. Sorry I couldn't do my show on Thursday evening. I unfortunately had to work late by the time I got back in. It was a little bit too late for me to do the show, but I figured I would stop in here today, cover off maybe the top stuff that happened this week in Kodi and in the technology world. And then we can take it from there. So I'm flying solo today. I know Streaming One had an extremely busy day today. I'm actually helping her this afternoon. My friend Barb that was on the show a while back, her mom is moving, so Wendy's mother-in-law, and I know that they're trying to deal with all that. So we will get Streaming One back on the show on Thursday evening. We'll have another show Thursday evening. And yeah, so we'll get up to date then. So how's everybody doing today? We got a couple of people watching, so that's great, guys. We want to talk some Kodi, and we want to talk some technology, networking, you name it, we'll talk about it. I want to start off by saying that when it comes to tech support, maybe doing some stuff on your own with computing, don't be afraid to do it, but if you need help, don't also be afraid to ask. Did a job yesterday for a networking problem that arose, and it was quite a headache, to tell you the truth, but at the end we got to the bottom of it and everything was up and running. The problem with networking is you've got so many issues, starting with your IP addresses, your routers, are they switches, how are they set up? I do have an online video for that, but it could be quite an update. So when it comes to networking, I think it's something that people should definitely get some help with if they don't have that background knowledge. And what we need to remember is we do have IT people out there that get paid a lot of money yearly to know networking inside and out. And when it comes to something like that, guys, don't be afraid to ask. And don't try and change anything by yourself, because it can sometimes, it can cause some problems. Now, saying that, the issue that I ran into yesterday wasn't because anybody tried to do things themselves, but it can be a problem. So let's talk Kodi, guys. What's going on in the Kodi world? You guys have any questions? Maybe drop me a message in the chat here so I know who is watching. Hopefully we get some of our regulars in today. That would be nice. Like I say, I'm sorry I couldn't do the show Thursday night. By the time I got in from work, there just wasn't enough time to get set up and talk about anything. So what do we have? Let's talk about the top 10 popular Kodi add-ons. I want to talk about that. We can also talk about some top 10 for April, so some top 10 non-video add-ons. We'll cover that. If you guys have any questions as far as maybe Aries, hey Richard, how's it going? We could talk about the Aries wizard, maybe where the URL is. We can talk some Raspberry Pi. I've been setting up Pis all week, and if I did get any spare time, that's what I have been doing. So I'm using the new Kodi, the Jarvis, which seems to be running extremely well now. At the beginning, there was issues, obviously, but as more and more of the add-ons get updated, then we're noticing that the builds and everything are being designed specifically for Jarvis, I think, at this point. So yeah, so I'm using Jarvis now and not having any issues really at all. So anyways, how are you guys? What's up this week? Has anybody been on Kodi this week? There's, I watched, you guys obviously know who Joe Nobody is, so I watched his video the other day. I thought it was fantastic. He went on and sort of explained about how, as the Kodi community, there's obviously a lot of negativity going around, something that he's not going to bite into, but very interesting how he put things. If you guys get a chance, jump on his YouTube and watch his most recent little rant. I think it's great. He tells it as it is. He lets people know what's going on. And yeah, I think you should watch it. Just, you know what, he's putting some people in their place. There's a lot of people out there causing some issues in Kodi right now, and it doesn't need to happen. So if you get a chance, go in and watch Joe Nobody. Great. He had a great little rant there, and he gets his point across. Okay, so Richard he's starting off the first question today. How many add-ons do you install with a fresh install of Kodi? I think that all depends on what you want to do, what you're looking for. So when I do a fresh install of Kodi, if I'm not going to be putting a build of any sort on, I probably just sort of stick to the top 10 add-ons. Obviously, I'm going to make sure that I have a maintenance one on there. So maybe raw maintenance, because you want to be able to purge your packages, clear your cache easily, things like that. Very important, guys. You need to make sure you're clearing your cache and you're purging your packets. You need to remember that the computers that you're using for Kodi and things like that are, sorry, I'm getting a message through. I thought it was from Streaming Wind. You need to remember that they're not super high-end computers. So it's something that you're gonna need to make sure you keep up with the maintenance, all right? And a lot of people don't even keep up with maintenance when it comes to their computers. I mean, they just let these things run, and then I get phone calls and people are saying to me, you know, my computer's not running properly, or this is getting really slow. And so, you know, my answer to that is make sure you put a maintenance program on there. So I would suggest raw maintenance. You guys can go with whichever one you prefer. Then I usually stick sort of with the top 10. So, you know what, I'm going to put an Exodus on there. Want to make sure I can maybe watch some sports, my media, stream my music and stuff through the house. So that type of thing. All right. And so what other questions do we have? Yeah, so let me just talk a little bit about computer maintenance. And I think it's very important to do some basic computer maintenance. So not calling in your IT person, just some stuff that you need to make sure is getting taken care of. So first of all, you need to turn your computer off and reboot it every once in a while, okay? Hey, DVD King, how's it going? We're talking a little bit about computer maintenance at the moment. So you want to make sure that when you shut that computer off, that what it's doing is it's clearing the RAM, so your random access memory. So you've got this piece of memory, and I probably have a chip sitting around here somewhere, but it gets full. What happens is you have a hard drive, and it has all the information on it. And the RAM is what takes the information, the stuff you want to access quickly, and it puts it in there for you because it's a lot smaller. So you can now search for things and you can get there quicker because it's only having to look in this small space. Well, that gets full after a while. If you don't turn your computer off, it starts to get bogged down. And when it gets bogged down, then it gets slow and applications don't load. So things like that. So my suggestion is you can turn your computer off daily if you would like, and that's great maintenance. But if you are going to be leaving them on once a week, shut her down and make sure that you can clear out that RAM and you're up and running again. Usually that any problems, that'll clear them. The other thing you may want to make sure you're doing is updates. So whether you're on a Mac, whether you're on a Windows machine, doesn't matter the operating system, do your updates, guys, because that's where your security stuff lies, okay? They find flaws out there. The companies of the operating systems are there to ensure that they do updates and get that information up to you guys so you don't get viruses and stuff. Hey, Seagirl, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by, guys. We're talking a little bit about computer maintenance at the moment, but we're also going to talk some Kodi. So yeah, great. Thanks for stopping by. The show next week or this week coming up will be Thursday again at 7 p.m. so you can stop in and watch that. I just had to work late, unfortunately, the other day, so I didn't get a chance to get back in time. So, top 10 Kodi add-ons for April. Okay, so I'm just going to go down this list, and you guys can agree, disagree, whatever you want, but we're just going to rhyme them off. Maybe we can get some conversation out of them. We know over the past couple of weeks, obviously, there have been some add-ons that have gone down, and those luckily are back up and running again, which is fantastic. So you can make sure that we'll follow along here and give some advice out to everybody, guys. If you don't think it's, I'm just grabbing this off the net, but if you don't agree with it, then let's maybe talk about it. So top 10. We're looking at Exodus, Sports Devil, Phoenix. I'm still using Phoenix a lot, actually. And Exodus is probably my top one. Bulldog Streams, Salts, White Cream, Zem TV, UK Turks playlist. UK Turks is in my top one channel in Spectro. Okay, so my top 5 is going to be Exodus, Phoenix, Salts, UK playlist, and one channel. That's just my opinion. They're the ones that I am enjoying the most at the moment. I'm not really getting any downtime with any of them. The only time that we maybe run into a little bit of an issue is being overseas. Sometimes our ISPs maybe block things, and that can cause a problem. But the best thing for that is if you guys are using a VPN, and then you don't need to worry about it. As far as the system knows, you could be anywhere. I do get a lot of people ask me in regards to, are you allowed to use it, streaming, that type of thing. I've read a lot of different things online. I'm only relating to Canada here. I'm not sure about worldwide, but Canada currently doesn't seem to have anything in their regulations about, as long as you're streaming and you're not downloading. If you're downloading, you have intent, you could put this information and stuff on DVDs and sell it or whatever. And we know that that's not what's happening here, so we're just using it. It's being used as entertainment purposes. So anyways, I get that question a lot. You know what, guys? Use a VPN. That's the way to go. Then you don't really have to be worried about stuff. But I just wanted to address it because those questions do come in from time to time. Okay, most popular top 10 non-video add-ons. So a non-video add-on would be something, maybe it's to do maintenance, maybe it's to install builds, things like that, okay? Could be a how-to video. So I'm just pulling this information offline. Maybe I'll just mention a couple. So I do believe the Aries Wizard is still up in the top as far as add-ons go. I think that it makes it simple, apart from the fact that they're constantly changing their URL. For crying out loud, guys, can you please put it on a server and leave it there? I understand that URLs have to change, servers go down, but man, sometimes it gets a little bit annoying. But so Aries Wizard, I would say, is definitely still one of the top wizards as far as doing installations of builds. As far as builds, I like the Beast, and I really, I still like Spins TV. I find it fairly simple to use, and most people I do sort of recommend that they go with Spins. I have an older generation of people that use Kodi and streaming media devices, and they seem to like it. Updates, things like that, they don't have to worry about anything. So anyways, that is where I stand with that. Hey John, how's it going? Good to see you guys in here today. Again, any questions, just drop them in here, guys, and we'll see what we can answer. Has anybody had any problems this week with Kodi? I really haven't had 5 minutes to watch Kodi or anything that's going on online, but I've been on the computer a lot. This week I was working in a location, believe it or not, a university, and the main wiring had been eaten through by a squirrel, and we lost the entire plant. So that was my Thursday, hence I didn't make it back in time to do a show. You know, and that's the amazing thing with technology, is one simple thing like that took down the entire boiler room, and you know what, in just a second, right, flip of a switch, bang, everything was down. So although technology is fantastic, it can be a complete headache. And you know what, the more and more we know about technology in general, whether it's Kodi, whether it's networking, whatever it is, the more we can help each other, the more we can hopefully get away from all these situations. But I tell you, it's been one crazy week. Okay, so I'm going to say Aries Wizard, I think currently is still my top one for installation of builds. We also have on here how to install Kodi on Fire Stick. I think I hear that question almost once a day, at least, minimum of once a day. Install Kodi on a Fire Stick. So it's, you know what, it's a fairly simple setup, and there's lots of help out there online. I could actually also put a video together, but Fire Sticks seem to be one of the top go-to devices at the moment. So those are one of the top things that I've been dealing with this month. How to install Wookie Wizard, and also how to install the add-on installer. Add-on installer is fantastic. It's great for people that are just getting into it, because you always get your top add-ons, right? Featured add-ons. Sorry about my dog barking in the background. But you get featured add-ons. It just makes it a little bit easier for people. They know sort of what's going on and stuff. So yeah, so I think that that also is in the top at the moment. And you know what, I can't really stress enough that I think that you guys should be using VPN. There is a VPN manager, OpenVPN for OpenELEC, Kodi. So so the add-on allows you to log into VPN accounts. Okay, so things like IPVanish, IB VPN, Tiger VPN, Pure VPN, things like that. So you can actually add up to 5 separate VPN server locations. You're able to cycle through them. It's simple. You can cycle through them just by simply clicking a button. And you can set certain add-ons to not use a VPN. So if there were one that maybe was causing problems if you were using a VPN with it, then you can also go in there and make sure that you don't use it. So it's pretty simple. If you want, I can just sort of go through it quickly. In order to get it, you're going to want to go into your system, and then you are going to want to download the VPN manager file. Then you can transfer it to your OpenELEC device, or you can go onto your Kodi system. Okay, so open Kodi, select System, and go to your add-ons. And under your add-ons, you're going to install from zip, and it is, let me just see if I can get you the link here. The zip file is actually repository.unofficial.addon.pro. You can install the repository, and then you are going to see an OpenELEC add-on and unofficial, and it goes, when it gets installed, it goes under the Open VPN, it goes under programs. Okay, so when you're looking for it after, go into your programs area, and then you will see the Open VPN. Once you've installed it, you simply enable it, and once it is enabled, you can go into the settings, and then you can start to put your, so obviously you're going to need to have either a subscription or be signed up for something. So for example, I use IPVanish, so I can go in there to the IPVanish part. Hey, my puppy just walked in. Hey, Pippa. You can go in and you can put your username and password, and then it will simply allow you to pick cities or countries and stuff like that. Okay, so hey, Lentex here. Hey, Lentech, how's it going? So Dapo VPN is free. So thanks, John. That's fantastic. Yeah, you know what, guys? It's just a lot easier if you're using a VPN. You don't run into any issues or anything. Like I said, some add-ons, maybe you can't use VPN. If you're using that one, you can simply say that you don't want to associate it with any of the VPN settings. So yeah, so you can give that a try. What else have we got going on? Who's been using salts this week? I've been using it. My hubby watches a lot of movies. He's sort of a movie buff. I keep telling him he should have his own show. Warm weather finally in Ontario. Tell me about it. Yesterday I had this fantastic idea. I was going to play golf Friday afternoon, 3 o'clock, got a tea time. And then I got a text message actually, just probably about 12:30 from the golf course. Major networking issues. So it was a fantastic day. I did get up to the golf course because I was working. Unfortunately, I didn't get out for a round, but you know what? I'm more than happy to help people get up and running again. I couldn't have gone out and played golf and not thought about that. So I was very happy to help my friends, and it's Sawmill Golf Course in Fenwick, Ontario. It's fantastic, fantastic golf course. So you guys are ever in the area, go to Sawmill Golf Course. And the other thing I wanted to do is I want to plug my friend who has a YouTube site. So guys, if you can, let me just find, I need to find his page. Hang on. Bear with me here. I promised him. Okay. So right now he has 6 subscribers. I would really appreciate it if you guys could help him out a little bit. So he is new to YouTubing. He is my very good friend's son. And his YouTube channel is Z Gold Gamer. So Z Gold, GOLD, space Gamer, GAMER. What does he do? He does videos on Minecraft, figure animation, games, and other stuff. He says, please subscribe and enjoy my vids. So he currently only has a few videos up. He is learning how to do intros. He's doing some voice acting. He's doing some editing. He's doing, well, he may have more than that. Let me see how many videos he has up. He's probably got more than that. He's got 10 videos. So he's fairly new to it. I promised him that I would mention it. So I would really appreciate it, guys, if you can jump onto Z Gold Gamer and give him a like, subscribe to his channel, maybe drop him a line, help him out a little bit. He's really into video gaming. He wants to learn more about technology and stuff. So Z Gold Gamer, you're fantastic. You're doing a great job, and we're here to support you. So anything we can do to help, just let us know, buddy, and we'll get you those subscriptions. Okay, so what have we got here? So John Harper, I've been using the new Project TV. It works well. Fantastic. You know what, I've noticed that since the add-ons have come back online, obviously lots of things have changed. They've put lots of updates in there, which is great. Everything seems to be running quite well. And you know what, so again, staying clear of all the drama and everything. So yeah, it's seems to have been quite a good week, I think, as far as the Kodi community goes. All right, so what else do we have here? What else is up, guys, this week? Any big sporting events coming up this week? So we've talked about VPN. It will help with unlocking geo-block content. And what have we got? So we've got Sports 365, Zem TV. So Zem TV has lots of sub menus in there. So they've got things for Pakistani TV sports, sort of universal TV sports, WTV, Sports 365. Phoenix has sporting events also. They have live events, and they have a great NHL section and pro sports. So NBA, NHL, NFL, Major League Baseball. Obviously, baseball is back now. That season has started. So that's something that you guys want to watch out for. So that's under pro sports. Adrian's Sports is got the BPL and sports list. Renegades TV. I'm not sure about Renegades, guys. Is Renegades still up and running, or what's going on with Renegades? Project TV has lots of US channels. Do they have Project TV? Does it have AMC, Lentec? I'm not sure if it has. It probably does. That seems to be one of the top channels. And Renegades, is Renegades currently up and running? I'm not sure if it is. I think it is, but I'm not sure. If you guys want to check that out, that would be great. The other thing I want to talk a little about is email. I've had a lot of questions this week in regard to what is POP email compared to IMAP email. Anybody, we've got 7 people watching. Anybody watching know the difference between a POP email account and an IMAP email account? Out of curiosity. I'm going to explain it quickly to you because I have had a lot of questions. So way back when email first came out, POP, which is Post Office Protocol, came out. And the idea of that was that back when all the emails started coming out, we started getting internet. You started subscribing to email services with your ISPs, that type of thing. Storage was expensive. Storage was extremely expensive, and they didn't have a lot of space. All of a sudden, they have all these people signing up for email accounts, and they just don't have the storage for everybody to save everything. So essentially what POP is the items were not stored on the server. So it was like your mailman came up to your house, put the letter into the mailbox. Once you took that letter out of the mailbox, it was yours. So once you logged into the internet, that information was yours, and it came off of their server because of the cost for storage. So in order to keep the prices down, in order to keep their equipment costs down, they did this POP. Now, things started changing because people, not only did they have one computer, right? So they go into their house, they log into their desktop computer, and they get their emails. Now they start getting their smartphones. Now they've got a laptop. Now they're working in the office, and they needed to be able to get their emails. Well, if you'd opened your email on your desktop computer under a POP account, and then you go to your laptop computer under a POP account, you would not get that email. So with an IMAP account, IMAP stores everything on the server. So now you can, most of your ISPs have IMAP as an option. Things like Google, Yahoo, all the major iCloud, things like that, they're essentially IMAP. And that allows you to log in from anywhere you are, any device, and you can get your emails. They don't just sit on a server, okay? Why would you want to do that? Because most people don't want to just have it on one computer, right? If your husband checks the email, let's say you have a shared email account, a lot of older people do that, and then the wife wants to check it on the iPad, that type of thing, and they can't get it. So IMAP is a great option now. Please remember, if you're going to switch from POP to IMAP, okay? Any emails that you have from when you had set up as POP will not get re-downloaded when you set up as an IMAP. So if you need those emails, make sure you back them up. I suggest that you switch it to an IMAP. I would also suggest that those emails that you really need, just make sure you back them up first. And once you back them up, then you can switch it over. And from there on in, you can access those emails from anywhere. Okay, so it's an IMAP as opposed to a POP. So I thought I would just clear that up. I've had a lot of questions about it lately. I've had some people switching and then calling and going, where's all my information? Anyway, so that is just sort of a very brief version, synopsis of what the difference is between two of them. So any questions on that, just let me know. The other thing I want to talk about is how it annoys me to no end when you go into a service provider to purchase a new cell phone and you have people working there, and I'm not saying all people, but some of the people that work in these places, whether it's Bell, Telus, Rogers, doesn't matter where it is, they don't have a lot of knowledge, guys, okay? The problem with that is that when people don't have a lot of technical background, we go to these places and we expect the people that work there to know what they're doing. So I'll give you an example. A good friend of mine this week purchased a brand new Samsung S7 Edge. Fantastic phone. Who wouldn't want to upgrade to that? So she's working with the representative at the company that she purchased it from. So her service provider, it was her service provider, she did the trade-in phone. And she was told, you know what, okay, I'm going to switch all your contacts for you. We're going to merge everything over. So this phone is going to be identical to that phone. And there's this new software out with the S7. And we just use this and away we go. Well, somehow the service provider, unbeknownst to her, she doesn't know much about technology, just the very basics. Had it have been me, I wouldn't have let them do it. But of course, as far as she's concerned, he's the expert. So anyways, at the end of the day, he wiped her phone clean. Now, I haven't been in there to see the guy and to actually find out what happened, because I find it hard to believe. Apparently, he wiped both phones clean. So the original phone plus the new phone, which apparently he set up as something, a new device or something. But all I want to stress, guys, is when you go into these places, please don't just assume that the service provider is technically advanced, knows everything about what you're doing. Maybe take somebody with you that has a little bit of technology background that can maybe say, whoa, stop, like, let's look at this before we go any further. These phones, these devices, there are computers. They have everything in them. And that's another thing you want to be careful of. If you're trading that phone in and you're handing it over, you better be sure you've cleared everything out of it, because you're just sort of putting your life out there, handing it over and saying, here you go, thanks very much, okay? So if you are going to do that and you are going to upgrade your phone, wipe it clean yourself, copy it off to your phone or your computer, call someone, send me an email, savytechgirl@gmail.com, anything. But don't just assume and leave it in the hands of the service provider, okay? All right, Lentex said, Savvy, thanks for clearing that up. As far as the email goes, we had a problem, ended up changing our emails to a web-based email address. Right, so exactly, the web-based email address is going to be IMAP, therefore you're able to access those emails anywhere. The price of storage now is pretty much next to nothing, so most of these the web-based emails, they can set it up for you at no cost almost. You get gigs and gigs of storage free, so it is a great option. The one thing you may also want to consider is because sometimes these web-based, maybe they won't be here anymore, maybe they get sold, that type of thing. If you were to get yourself a URL, so you went on and like Savytechgirl.com, and with that I get an email account. I don't actually use it because I use Gmail, but I could get, let's say, Savytechgirl at Savytechgirl.com, for example, instead of gmail.com. You can use a Gmail, a Yahoo, that type of account, and only ever give the Gmail account out, but reroute your mail to your actual email address. So if I never wanted to give out, let's say, my email address, and I only ever wanted to use my Gmail, that Gmail account you could do automatic forwarding to another address. So you're Savytechgirl at Savytechgirl.com, okay? And you only ever see when I reply that it comes from my Gmail account. Gmail also has by far the best junk mail filters. So if you are sending your emails through a Gmail account, or again a Yahoo, but if you send it through a Gmail account to another email address, you never have to go on and check that Gmail account. If you forward it to another email address, you will get rid of all that junk. So your Savytechgirl at Savytechgirl.com email address maybe receives 100 emails a day. Your Savytechgirl at gmail.com email address maybe receives 3,000 a day. But Gmail is going to look at those email addresses. It is going to say, that's all junk. And it's only going to send you the stuff that you need. So that's one other thing to consider. If you guys are doing a lot of business, you're getting a lot of junk mail, or you just want to have an email address that you're never, ever going to lose, then for, you know what, $10 a year or something, you can have your own email address, and you can, you know, like hold that forever. You don't have to ever give it out. Nobody will ever know what it is. As far as they know, it's just lentech.tv at gmail.com or whatever, but it will forward to yours, and then you don't get all that junk, okay? So, hey, how's it going, guys? Got a few people in here now. I know Saturday mornings. No, Wen isn't here today. I was going to ask her to come on, but she's so busy helping with a move that I figured I better give her the morning off. She'll be back on Thursday, not to worry. So we're talking a little bit about email, how to keep junk mail out. We're talking about Kodi. Yeah, so anyways, what are you guys up to this weekend? Also, guys, don't forget to go over to my YouTube buddy, Z Gold Gamer, or Z Gold Gamer, wherever you're from, Z Gold, Z Gold, however you want to name it. He is he's a good friend of mine. He's a young guy just getting into the technology stuff, and I think, you know what, we should support the young guys, the young kids, the young girls out there that are getting into technology, that are getting into video editing. They're using their own, I mean, he just goes on and Googles stuff and makes intros and outros, and so kudos to the kids, and they're the ones that are coming up behind us, and they're going to be doing this. So if you guys could support him, I would really, really appreciate it. You know what, just give him a subscription, give him a like, go into his videos, and currently he has 6 people subscribed. But if you guys could just go on there for me, that would, honestly, that would be fantastic. I didn't make it into Horsham Show this week because I was exhausted and busy. Last night I worked late as well, up at the golf course. But my YouTube, oh, sorry, his YouTube is Z Gold Gamer. Hang on a second here. Let me see if I can put it in. And it should, yeah, his. I know you know mine. I was thinking, what? There's his link right there. I just put his link out there for you guys. I would really appreciate it. He's just a young kid starting out. He's very impressed with everybody, and he is really impressed with all the support that everybody gives online. So like I say, I think it's really important that we support the kids. And I would just, I'd love to also see a lot more girls get into the technology field. I've worked in the pretty much a strictly male environment my entire life. Wasn't easy when I was young getting into it. You know what? They see a young girl walking in and think, I don't know anything. And then I sit down and do what I do, and they sort of look with shock on their face and realize that, you know what, it's not all guys out there that are doing the industrial sector and the computer sector. So as much as we can help these kids, let's do it and let's support them. All right, so Lentech, Savvy. On my builds, I store my backgrounds on a server. You think that's a good idea, or should I just have them in the builds themselves? Well, I mean, it's not a bad thing having it on the server. I don't see any cons to that, Lentech. So you know what? I would just keep doing what you're doing. And if they're on a server, then that's one way of you keeping them more to yourself. So yeah, more girls should get into tech. The unfortunate thing is, and I don't know, obviously I'm a little bit older now, but when I was in school, I took automotive and I took electrical and I took drafting, and I hated home ec and I hated sewing. I didn't want to do that stuff. So I didn't mind. I guess I've always been one that's just done what I want to do, right? So I didn't mind signing up for automotive. And there was a few girls in the class with me, and electrical, I was the only girl. And when I went to college and did my instrumentation, combustion controls apprenticeship, I was the only girl. When I did my gas fitters license, I was the only girl. It's never bothered me. So, but there's a lot of girls that are intimidated by that. And the other thing is, when they're at school, girls don't get pushed towards the hands-on, the tech fields. They don't get pushed towards, you know what, you could be a plumber, you could be an electrician, you could be an architect. Well, architecture may be different, but they don't get pushed towards that. Now, obviously, the only thing that I can't do that maybe a male could do in the type of work that I do is heavy, like really heavy lifting and stuff. But I can easily find solutions to that. And I really think that we need to get girls more into technology. I believe it's just, you know what, your brain works that way. And if that's what you're interested in, that's what you're going to do. But they need to be given more of a chance and a little bit more encouragement. So, I would really love to get a class together for young kids, young girls, and just, help them and show them that they can do this. And just, get them out there sharing their ideas and showing them that they can actually be anything they want to be. They don't have to be what the school teachers are maybe pushing them towards. And nothing like when you get kids saying to you at like 12 years old or even 15 years old, yeah, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to school and I'm going to be a whatever it is, doctor or accountant, or even they go to university, first year university, they pick this thing that they're going to do. And yeah, they can be web developers. I mean, like there's so many possibilities out there. And for them to be web developers or app developers, or like me, I do computer programming for boiler systems, so for HMI systems. Yeah, I've got an understanding of boilers, and I know that, like I have to understand the theories, and I had to do my instrumentation. I have to know how a boiler works and when the gas and the air, the flows and everything, but it's needs to be encouraged, and the females need to be pushed, and the guys too. The guys need to be pushed towards it, right? So, yeah, in my profession, there's not many female security officers. Exactly. Now, maybe some of the security officers, maybe they feel maybe they're not big enough, but I feel that in school, most things that are talked about are doctors, lawyers, what else? Like maybe architects. The school system, I think, tends to, or teachers, push people towards the professions, just the top professions that only 1 or 2% of the people are ever going to get to. You know what? They need to look at a wide range of everything, right? So yeah, your uncle's a civil engineer. I mean, those are the things that I really think we need to be pushing women to, girls to. I used to fix my own car. I used to change the brakes. I used to change the oil. Things like that. I'm installing stereos in cars. I'm putting LEDs, like backup beepers, you name it. If I want to do something, I do it. I figure out how to do it. And a lot of girls or women or whatever look at me and go, "Oh, I can't believe that you know how to do that." But you know what, guys, it's not rocket science. It's just that I guess I have a technical mind. My dad always encouraged me, yeah, you know what, you want to build something, build it. I'm not good at building things with wood or whatever, but I think the girls or even just even the kids of today, I think they need to realize that they can be anything they want, and there's millions of professions out there. Most things now are becoming computerized, like I say, even in the boiler industry where we used to have pneumatics running everything. Now we have computers running everything. So yeah, you may be a computer, an IT person, but if you know what, you do engineering or you do technology background, you can get into anything, right? So your SIA license, been doing it for nearly 10 years. Yeah, that's fantastic. You know what? You're right. Passing our knowledge on to the kids today is what we should be doing. So whether we're helping them and showing them about development, Raspberry Pis, for example, great place to start kids out on programming, right? You got a Raspberry Pi, you sit them down, you can go through some Python with them. Arduinos. We can get an Arduino. They could be 5 years old. They could be writing a little bit of code to light things up. They got little LEDs, hello world, things like that. You know what? It's priceless what we can do with the kids today. So like I said, you know what? Let's support them. Let's go out to and you want to learn as well. Exactly. And that's why we do these shows. I love to learn at least minimal one thing a day. When somebody asks me if I can do something, the answer is yes. I'll figure it out. However, I have to do it. There's enough information out there. That's why I watch shows. That's why I listen to shows. That's why I listen to podcasts. To be able to take in that information and then to be able to pass it on, right, is it's absolutely priceless. And that's why you guys are so great that we're able to share all this information and keep that going with the kids. So but yeah, like I said, if you can support my good friend, that would be fantastic. I see still he only has 6 subscribers, but I'm going to put his site in here again. And Z-Rock, you rock, buddy. You're doing great. I love to see that you're doing this, and I can't wait to see all the stuff that you're going to come out with. So yeah, so anyways, that's sort of my little 2 cents worth on educating kids. And you know what, over the summer, I think I'm going to try and have maybe an online show for kids and maybe just help guide them in the right direction. They'll know how to get online. They'll know how to do chats and everything, right? John Harper, I wouldn't know where to start. Give me an engine any day. Laugh out loud. See, that's right. And everybody's different, right? You know, I've got another good friend that his dad was going to help him build a motor for a car. He'd never built one before. So his dad said his dad's built, I don't know, hundreds of them. Hey, my dog's back. Hey, Peppa. And he said, no, you know what, Dad, I'm going to do it all myself. And he did. He went on and he got back then. It was a DVD you put in and learned what to do. A couple of weeks ago, he'd never built a cabinet before, and he built a beautiful cabinet for his bathroom. And you know what? It's if you've got the help and you want to learn, absolutely anything is possible. So the same thing goes with the developers in the Kodi world. These developers are out there. Everybody's unique. Everybody's fantastic. And again, kudos to everybody. All the developers are putting in hours and hours, no pay, to get these add-ons to you guys. So everybody can watch what they want to watch. And it's really nice to see the appreciation out there. It's really nice to see the, the lack of negativity, that we're just thankful that the add-ons that are out there, the ones that are currently working, great. The ones that aren't working, if they never come back on, you did a great job. If they do come back on, kudos to you guys, and thank you very much for everything that you do. Yeah, I think they should help the kids as well. I think it's great to, you know what, and for kids to be interested in it. I mean, they can do anything. I watch some kids, and my friend's grandson, for example, he does have a learning disability, but put that aside, he can play on 2 iPads at the same time, the same game, and be 2 separate characters. Now, that's very impressive. I couldn't do that. I can tell you that right now. I wouldn't be able to concentrate on 1 character, never mind 2. But if he has the ability to do that now at that age, where is he going to be when, you know what, in 20 years? He may be the next Bill Gates or whatever, right? So you know what? I think it's great to have kids out there and making their own, building things. When I was a kid, Radio Shack used to have the electronics where it had all the little springs, and you took the pieces of wire and you put them between things, and you had instructions, and you could make your own radio. And now we've taken that to the Arduinos and the Beagle Bones and the Raspberry Pis, and to the next level. They can still do the same things. They can still get the same results, but now they're programming, and they're not real. The great thing is about it is, to them, it's like playing a game. They don't realize how much they're learning, and they're taking all this stuff in, and it could just get them so far down the road. So, you know what, guys, take time to teach the kids, show them something, show them anything about computing. Would love to even get more kids into this show watching it. I think it's an ideal thing, and I think it's something that we can really sort of take it and run with it. So, but yeah, so is there any other Kodi questions you guys have? I've sort of got a bunch of running around to do. We're getting to the end of the show. I appreciate you guys stopping in today. I know that Saturdays aren't easy for people. I just thought that it would be a good day to get out as opposed to the Thursday night. But I will be back this Thursday evening at 7 p.m. I can guarantee you, and we're going to make sure Streaming Wenda's here as well. And we'll get all of the viewer questions answered, see what goes on in the Kodi world this week. But yeah, I'm glad we had some people stop by. I got lots of text messages coming in. Maybe it's all these people watching the show. So again, please, guys, let's get some support for our young YouTubers. That would be fantastic. Would appreciate that. And yeah, I look forward, if there's no other questions, we'll call it a day. And I really look forward to seeing you again on Thursday night. I really look forward to having Streaming Wen back. Maybe we'll get a couple of other people. Some of our regulars, if you ever would like to be on the show, and if you have a webcam and you have a microphone, I would be happy to have you on the show. So all you would need is Google Hangout, and we could set something up. So if there is anybody out there that is interested in being a part of our show, you don't have to show yourself. You can not use a camera if you like and just use audio. I would be more than happy for our regulars if maybe we can get some of you guys into the show and make it more of a group talk. So if you do have interest in that, guys, can you please just drop me an email, savytechgirl@gmail.com, and we can definitely set something up. I'd love to have you guys on the show, make it a little bit more interesting and share our knowledge all together. That would be great. So savytechgirl@gmail.com. Again, you can get me on Facebook at Savytechgirl and on Twitter at Savytechgirl. I think it was a good show. So if you're on Hangout, that'd be great. Drop me the email. We can set something up, and maybe we can have you on next week. That would be great. Okay, so Savvy, check out Chuck Baker. All right, I will. YouTube. So Chuck Baker. Let's take a look. I'm going to look for that right now while I'm still on the show. Chuck Baker. Oh, spelled that wrong. Chuck Baker. Let's see. All right. So Model Railroad Chuck Baker. Is that the one I'm looking for? Just so I know. Hey, Touchtone, how's it going? You just caught us. Lucky you caught us. We're just heading out. Good to see you on here. When, Touchtone, when is your magazine coming out with the next edition? Just so we can share that with everybody. For sure, I will subscribe to Chuck Baker and check out the show on Wednesdays. That'd be great. So yeah, if Touchtone can just let us know. Hopefully he's typing a message when their next magazine is going to be released. It's great information, guys. If you've had a chance to read the magazine, we'll let Touchtone put some info on here and share it out with everybody. Again, you know what? I just want to say thank you to all the developers. You guys do a fantastic job. And for the ones that are out there copying you, they're not learning anything. They're fooling themselves. So good things to come. Good things come to the people that work hard and try hard. So anyways, I don't know. Maybe Touchtone was here and gone, but his oh, here we go. It's out 3 days ago. Oh, 3 days ago. Perfect. So I will, I guess I didn't get an alert in my email. So I am a subscriber, Streaming Underground Magazine, guys. So it's JOOMAG.com. Okay, so JOOMAG.com. It's Streaming Underground Magazine. And if you guys are not currently subscribed, please do subscribe. It's fantastic. They do a great job. They work hard. And it would be fantastic if you can support them. Okay, so thanks for stopping by, Touchtone. I'm going to have my show next Thursday night, back to the normal day and time. And yeah, I look forward to seeing all you guys. So again, if you can, if you want to be on my show, please email me, savytechgirl@gmail.com, and I'll send you a link and get you on. Okay. All right, guys. Again, thank you very much for joining. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a great weekend. And I do look forward to seeing you all again next week. Any other questions? Don't think so. Yep, catch me on Thursday. I'd love to have you on the show too. That would be great if you can get onto the show. I would really appreciate it for sure. You're welcome, Touchtone. I think Touchtone is, I'm on your mag now, actually. I just have to remember my credentials so I can log in, but I'm sure I can remember those. I'm sure that won't be a problem. And Perfect. Yeah, drop me a line. We'll see you guys next week, okay? Thanks a lot, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.